So consider this a check-in, a once in a blue moon check-in with me. Yours truly, Abel, and accompanied featuring Huai today in a very special episode. So that's great. Yay! Everyone clap. Woo! I feel like this entire year was just me trying to unlearn or like rather rebuild myself in a way where it is much more structurally dependent on myself. Because I consider myself like a mirror, which means unfortunately I place a lot of values of myself onto others. Meaning if they don't value me, therefore it's hard for me to justify valuing them back. And if it means that people decide one day that they don't value me at all, I feel like I'm worthless at the end of the day, and like I will feel like a burden, or I will feel like I have no utility for them at all, and therefore that just means my entire worth has gone lower. That's the unfortunate reality of how I function, I feel. I think the analogy to this is just like me trying to build like a house from ground up myself. So I threw away all the furnitures that were gifts from other people so that I can find out what kind of furnitures that I want in my house, like the interior design myself, deciding what kind of like paintings I want in my house, questioning whether I actually really like this piece of sofa that was initially a gift from other person, or whether it is because the fact that it was a gift from other people, that's why I like the sofa. So it's like a which is which. Then it's like trying to find out what it is that I really like. Which then leads me to a whole new problem this year, which is the fact that me trying to answer what it is that really matters to me and what it is that doesn't matter to me. So this is like the fact that now the house is empty. We're constant wavering between nihilism and thinking that everything matters. I think for both these instances, they can both be true. It's just kind of funny to think about because people really can just go through life thinking that everything matters or nothing matters, and both can literally be true. Unfortunately, the reality it is for me is it led to a lot of things like me just autopiloting from a day-to-day basis. Me absolutely hating routines. Every day feels like a chore. There was no like inspiration to wake up or no inspiration to care about things. I'm unsure why I even wake up in the first place. So it's just all of these things like compound over time until I reached the point of like realizing I never really knew why I wake up or like why I'm still here, like in the most healthy way to say it, but you know what I mean. The kinds of emotion and the kinds of experiences that I went through felt like it was an option to pick whatever emotions I want, or the emotional upheaval gets delayed for some reason. And then I realized how certain things affected me in ways like mentally or like emotionally rather than when it is happening at the time. I feel like this was a result of realizing that I'm never truly satisfied, or the fact that I'm just not content in the moment, or like there's just like this weird empty void that's just slowly draining the life out of me. Yeah. So to counteract this mechanism of the fact that I feel like nothing matters in life, I forced myself to make active decisions every day. But unfortunately, the reality of that then becomes like there's so much processes in deciding what everything means for me. How much do I care about this particular thing? And then second, I have to decide what I need to do in order for me to show that I care about these certain things, or like people, for example. And I was like never really good with words. For example, I was never good at showing people that I care for them. It is all these like weird manifestations of ways I show people how I care about them. So I just ended up killing parts of myself in order to compromise to fulfill other people's needs, or like show up when I feel like I just genuinely cannot, or fake a lot of happiness, put on a facade basically. So yeah, a lot of the things that I do was just doing it for the plot, or at least it was disguised as that. But the truth is, I think it's just me exhausting all of my options to feel stable or to find safety nets in others. Trying to curb these unending feelings of like isolation or loneliness. So I distract myself by taking all the opportunities that I can to just not be in my room alone. I'm always outside. I'm always trying to do something just to like be busy, don't have to feel this agony. I think the worst part of this is the fact that I've unintentionally hurt, tested, and shut people out from having access to me. People then become victims of my own intensity, whether or not they signed up to be part of it or whether or not they did not sign up to be part of it. I think this is all just because of the fact that I feel like all or nothing, and the line between what I want and what I need becomes very blurred. Sometimes I want something so desperately that it ends up feeling like a need. It's a lot of mental burnout and a lot of mental fatigue, and that's just really hard when there's no foundation to what I really truly like, that I care about, that is not a reflection of what others mean to me. So I just become paralyzed. I go through existential crisis. I'm lost in the same way people tell you you're lost in your 20s. I'm just lost not knowing. I think I need to be alone. I just feel like freedom feels like a cage that is going to be the death of me. Hopefully the camera can like see this. His name is Huai. I don't know why. I got him since like 19th January or somewhere. And he's a bit difficult to like bring around sometimes, but like he's gonna be there for quite a while. Elephant, Blushy, hello, say hello to White.